Well, good day and welcome once again to Moments with Dr. Steve. I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger, and we are going to be working through one of the topics that matters greatly to me, and that's reflection and anchoring. We're working, by the way, in these segments, in this series, through the Writer's Covenant composition compilation. We're going to be adding more and more chunks of my literature that I've spent my life creating as we continue to press into this matter of elevating human beings. My life is about creating ways to elevate, to enhance, to support human creativity, because I believe that humans are here for a reason. I believe that humans, every single one of us, have inside of us, baked inside of us, I might say, this gift from God. And that gift from God is the creative energy that spans all kinds of spectrums. And today we're going to talk about the fact that I believe that writing and creativity is the anchor. It is the reflective power that we generate that then fuels a life. The work, the seminal offering that I have created over my lifetime that spans, again, a spectrum of topics, is to bring human beings to full productivity. Now, when we're talking about the Writer's Covenant, I want you to know that this seminal offering, this is a direct attack on ending creativity. I'm going to say that again. The Writer's Covenant and all of the work that I've created and the span that it has throughout many topics and many genres, if you will, all of it is my seminal offering that is a direct attack on the way I see this culture seeking to end creativity. It is a mindful approach to bend reality, and that Steve Jobs, I read his autobiography several times because I was so fascinated with that man, and still to this day remains so. He talked about bending reality. He would talk about how when engineers or when people that worked in the architecture of his landscapes would come to him and say it's not possible, he'd tell them to bend reality. And I believe that there is this beautiful contribution that all human beings make. And I wish to be one of the many megaphones that pronounce that human beings are difference makers. That is my offering. You want to know what I'm about? I'm about presenting the idea and pronouncing and then megaphoning from the tops of Mount Everest and every other summit around the globe that human beings are difference makers. That is my offering. AI and constant constraint. AI and constant constraint. I keep hearing people sounding the clarion call to keep our children and our young adults and our adults to keep their minds functioning. I keep seeing videos of popping on my social medias of teachers of small or medium or almost adult-sized children screaming, "They're not listening to us. They're not reading. They're not thinking. They're not interested in learning." And I keep watching videos of other cultures and their drive of deep, concentrated effort and their intent to build future generations with minds that think and young adults that are sober and middling adults that drive into productivity. I keep listening to men and women and some children that are constant creative, speaking about their work and championing their masterpieces and hoping for broader and more receptive audiences to appear. What we have considered thus far as we've plowed into the Writer's Covenant, we've learned through and because of reflection the capacity to, so far we've talked about scenes and scenery. I've given you fairly broad and yet pretty contradictory, seemingly specific ideas on how to properly build and manage and leverage scenes. You're in a scene right now, wherever you're located. Characters. We have spoken truth here. Great works of literature are built upon many things, but the most important element of writing and literature building are heroes and characters and life forms that deliver punches and absorb catastrophe, conflict. If there's one thing that the Writers' Covenant provides, it's a collection and a catalog of styles of conflict, and it teaches you how to introduce and enlarge and enhance tension, and how to ratchet up unease, heroic power. Now, next week, we're going to move into the series of talks. We're going to introduce the concept of heroic tale. We're going to march into the land of unsolved and unsolvable riddles. We're going to gorge ourselves inside of the realm of the unthinkable becoming reality, and the desperate need for humans to solve riddles that no one thought nor imagined could, let alone ever be asked to be, have to be presented and thought through. Asked and then posited as driving forces. Some life takeaways today. Some life takeaways. Humans are always the solve. Listen to me, friend. Humans are always the solve. Humans are God's highest and best creation. Humans are God's highest and best creation. Humans contain imago Dei, the image of God. Humans demand and deserve attention, and then skilled practitioners that care enough to provide proper guidance and long-term instruction. Humans need and thrive within community. Humans need and thrive within community. We're building community for writers and creatives and authors and architects of hope. Humans are constructed to conceive and create and complete and launch great works of literature, of art, of construction, of reconciliation, of societal reframing, of presentations of God, of proper searches for the establishment of governance, of purveyors of peace, of casting of iconic works that outlast lives themselves, of human healing and human reconciliation. I'm in this business. This is how I have spent my adult life. I want you to be in this business. I know that God has endowed you with certain inalienable giftedness, and my prayer and my driving verve is to help you discover that, awaken that, plow into that, define that, refine that, cast that, construct that, build scaffolding around that, and then launch that to bless other humans. If you want to talk to me, leave me a direct message. If you want to go to, if you want to find out about the work, and if you want to really seek to improve your own skill set, and you should, go to thoughtpros.com and start diving deep. We're here to serve humans. Till next time, this is Moments with Dr. Steve. I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger. Travel far, my friend. Travel far.